Have you ever wondered which regrets will hurt the most if your spouse leaves first? It's something few couples want to consider. Yet it's one of life's most certain realities. When we avoid facing it, we often leave ourselves vulnerable to unspoken words, unresolved issues, and missed opportunities that cannot be reclaimed once our partner is gone. The truth is, the pain of loss is inevitable, but the regret that follows can often be prevented if we recognize it in advance. In this video here on Wise Living, we're exploring 5 powerful regrets many people face when their spouse dies first. Each one is born out of everyday choices, the things we don't say, the moments we take for granted, or the hard conversations we put off for another day. But hidden within these regrets is also a gift, the chance to see them now, while you still have time to live differently, love more openly, and prepare your heart for whatever the future may hold. Stay tuned until the end, because understanding these 5 regrets will not only help you cherish your marriage more deeply today, but may also save you from carrying unnecessary sorrow tomorrow. By the time we're finished, you'll walk away with both clarity and courage to live with fewer regrets and greater love. Now let's get started. Number 1. Not expressing enough love and appreciation. One of the deepest regrets people face when their spouse passes first is realizing how many loving words were left unsaid. It's easy, after years together, to fall into the rhythm of routine, sharing meals, handling chores, or discussing family matters, while forgetting to say the simple things that matter most. I love you, I'm grateful for you, or you make my life better. When those words are unspoken, their absence is felt sharply once your partner is gone, leaving behind a longing that can never be filled. The truth is, we often assume our spouse already knows how we feel, but psychology shows us that verbal affirmation strengthens bonds, calms insecurities, and nurtures emotional closeness. Words are not just sounds, they are evidence of love made visible. When they're missing, even if affection was felt, there remains a quiet of uncertainty. Did they truly know how much I valued them? That ache can follow a surviving spouse for years. Think of Robert, an 81-year-old man who lost his wife after 55 years of marriage. He shared that what kept him awake at night wasn't the arguments they'd had, but the times he didn't stop to thank her for small acts of care. The way she prepared his coffee every morning, or how she always kept his favorite blanket folded at the end of the bed. Only after she was gone did he realize how much those little things meant, and how seldom he acknowledged them aloud. The regret of unspoken love teaches us that affection must be expressed, not assumed. When you take the time to voice your gratitude or hold your partner's hand just a little longer, you're not only enriching their heart, you're safeguarding your own from future regret. Love expressed today becomes the comfort you carry tomorrow. Number 2. Avoiding difficult conversation. Another regret that weighs heavily on those left behind is the avoidance of hard but necessary conversation. Many couples shy away from talking about topics like end-of-life wishes, financial matters, healthcare decisions, or even how household responsibilities will be managed if one partner is no longer there. The silence often comes from love. No one wants to upset the other, or admit that life together is not forever. Yet when those conversations are skipped, the surviving spouse is often left overwhelmed, uncertain, and burdened with decisions they never wanted to make alone. Psychologically, avoidance feels easier in the moment, but it creates a long shadow of regret later. When the one you love is gone, the questions remain. What would they have wanted? Did I honor their wishes? Am I handling things the way they hoped I would? That lingering doubt can be as painful as the grief itself, leaving the surviving partner with guilt that could have been prevented with honesty and preparation. Consider Elaine, a 78-year-old widow who lost her husband suddenly. She confessed that she didn't know where the insurance papers were kept, what bills needed to be paid, or even what kind of memorial he would have wanted. Every decision felt like guesswork, and though she tried her best, she carried the fear that she might have let him down. That burden stayed with her long after the initial grief had passed. The lesson is clear: love is not only about sharing joy, but also about preparing for difficulty together. When you open the door to these conversations, you give your spouse the gift of peace, and you give yourself the gift of certainty when the time comes. Facing the uncomfortable now is far less painful than carrying the regret of confusion later. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us here at Wise Living continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Taking shared experiences for granted. One of the most heartbreaking realizations after losing a spouse is how many ordinary moments could have been turned into cherished memories, but where life together can feel so routine. Dinners at the same table, weekends filled with errands, evenings watching television, that we forget how fragile and temporary these moments really are. When your partner is gone, those ordinary days suddenly seem extraordinary, and the chances you didn't take to create more memories weigh heavily on the heart. From a psychological perspective, humans adapt quickly to comfort. We assume there will always be another trip to take, another walk in the park, another evening to talk late into the night. Yet, this sense of abundance is an illusion. When time is cut short, it's not the big vacations or milestones we miss the most, it's the small, everyday moments we failed to treasure. The regret comes from knowing that joy was available but overlooked. Think of Carol, a 74-year-old widow, who reflected that she and her husband kept saying, "We'll travel once we retire fully," or "We'll spend more time together once the house projects are done." Retirement never came for him, and those house projects never ended. Now she treasures the photos of simple Sunday breakfasts, wishing she had created more of those moments on purpose instead of waiting for the right time. The regret of taking experiences for granted teaches us that love is lived in the present, not in the promises of someday. Choosing to pause for a shared laugh, to take a short trip together, or even to enjoy a quiet evening with no distractions. These are the investments that become priceless when one partner is gone. Memories are not luxuries, they are the treasures that carry us through life. Number 4. Neglecting personal independence and identity. Another regret that often surfaces is realizing how much of your own identity was set aside during the marriage. It's natural, especially in long unions, to lean on your spouse for companionship, decision-making, and even daily purpose. But when one partner passes first, the surviving spouse may suddenly feel lost, unsure of who they are outside of us. The absence of personal independence can make grief even heavier, because it's not only the partner who is gone, but also the sense of self that was tied entirely to them. From a psychological standpoint, this regret grows from imbalance. A healthy relationship is built on togetherness, but it also requires space for individuality. When that balance leans too far into dependency, the surviving spouse can feel as though their foundation has been taken away entirely. The regret comes from realizing they didn't nurture their own growth, interests, or friendships while they had the chance. Consider James, an 80-year-old man who had been married for nearly 60. His wife managed all the social connections, they went to gatherings, visited family, and stayed engaged through her efforts. When she passed, James felt painfully isolated. He admitted he didn't know how to keep those relationships alive without her. His grief was compounded by loneliness and the regret that he had never built his own independent network. The truth is, maintaining your own identity is not selfish, it's essential. Exploring your interests, staying connected with friends, and continuing personal growth not only enrich your marriage, but also prepare you for the day when you may have to walk alone. By nurturing independence alongside love, you give both yourself and your spouse the gift of resilience. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us here at Wise Living continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5. Failing to repair conflicts or let go of grudges. Perhaps one of the heaviest burdens carried after a spouse dies is the regret of unresolved conflict. Every marriage has disagreements, frustrations, and moments of hurt. But when those wounds are left unhealed, they can linger long after your partner is gone, becoming a source of pain you cannot ever fix. The silence of death leaves no chance for apologies, no chance for forgiveness, and no chance to lay down grudges that suddenly feel meaningless in the face of loss. Psychologically, holding on to conflict may feel justified in the moment. We tell ourselves we'll work it out later, or we assume time will smooth over the rough edges, yet when later never comes, the regret is sharp and unrelenting. Survivors often look back and realize the argument itself didn't matter. What mattered was the missed chance to make peace, to say I forgive you, or even just to smile again before it was too late. Take Anne, a 77-year-old widow who shared that her last conversation with her husband had been an argument about something as small as a misplaced bill. She never imagined that night would be the last chance to speak with him. After he passed suddenly, the weight of that final fight became one of her greatest sorrows. The pain wasn't about the bill, it was about the love she wished she had expressed instead of anger. The truth is, reconciliation is a choice we must practice daily. Letting go of grudges doesn't erase the past, but it frees both partners to live fully in the present. When you make peace while you still have the chance, you ensure that if tomorrow never comes, love, not conflict, will be the last memory you carry. The regret of unresolved conflict is a heavy one, but it's also one of the most preventable final thoughts. As we close this video, take a moment to reflect on the 5 regrets we've explored together. Not expressing enough love and appreciation, avoiding those difficult but necessary conversations, taking everyday experiences for granted, neglecting your own independence and identity, and failing to repair conflicts or let go of grudges. Each of these can leave a lasting ache when a spouse passes first. But each also holds a clear lesson. There is still time to change, still time to love more openly, prepare more wisely, and live more fully alongside the one you cherish. The truth is, loss is inevitable, but regret does not have to. By choosing to express your gratitude, by daring to have the hard talks, by savoring even the simplest of days, by nurturing your own spirit, and by making peace where peace is needed, you can soften the weight of grief and strengthen the bond you share while you still have it. These small choices today become the comfort and courage you carry tomorrow. So ask yourself, what change can you make right now to ensure you live in love without regret? The answers you find may be the greatest gift you give both to your spouse and to yourself.
Thank you for joining us today on Wise Living. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts truly matter to us, and every comment inspires us to keep going. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Together, we can build a healthier, stronger, and happier life. So if this video helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might benefit too. And before you go, don't stop here. We've prepared more helpful videos and playlists right on your screen. Click one now to continue your journey with us. Thanks again for watching, and from all of us at Wise Living, take care of yourself, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next video.